Josh Giddey and Ben Simmons, what a tale of contrasting careers. Hello and welcome to another massive edition of Fox Sports Lab NBA. I'm your host, Ben Dixon, and joining me, the experts, the NBA gurus, Jaymz Clements and Jack Heverin. Welcome, boys.
Hello, Dicko. Good to be here. We're almost at play-in time and playoff time. Thank goodness. It's been a long season, but it's about to get very, very interesting.
It's awesome. I'm just stoked to be here with the LeBron James of NBL commentators as well, Jack. Yeah, this is great.
I love your zingers off the top. Coming up, we check in on our big-name Aussies, the latest on the play-ins in the East and the West, and of course, the big calls on this weekend's big games. Jack, what do we do with the problem like Ben Simmons? His season looks over.
How long have you got? I was worried that I'd get this one in the production meeting today. Who knows? That's the big question from here. You think about his last two seasons, didn't play, back surgery, and then whatever you call this season. I think the answer is to put on green and gold, come and play for Australia, Ben, be a part of the Boomers setup and be around a group of people that love you and want you. And hopefully you can rediscover your form and your love for the game as well. Because, James, at the moment, the whole thing is a mess.
You say a bunch of people who want you, love you. Do the Boomers need him?
Probably not.
I'm not entirely convinced they do. We've already got Tyrese Proctor, we've got Dyson Daniels.
Could they?
We've got Josh Green. We're flying when it comes to the Boomers. I'm not sure if we need him there. But seriously, what an absolute train wreck of a season and the last 2 years this has been for Ben Simmons, right? Seriously, this is why you don't sit out, oh, my feelings got hurt by the Sixers. My coach didn't back me up 100 million% after I bottled it against Atlanta. And then Joel Embiid, my teammate, said, I'm not entirely sure about Ben. Oh, go have a cry. What are we doing? You've just wasted 2 years of your prime. He's going to turn 20. He's 26 at the moment. He'll turn 27 this offseason. You go from 24 to 26 with just barely any games played. That's a waste. You've gone an average 6.9 points, 6.3 rebounds, 6.1 assists this year. That's horrible. Career lows across the board. Points, rebounds, minutes, steals. He didn't look like himself at all. This is the big thing. When you go, what's the future hope of Ben Simmons? Nobody knows, because we've just seen zero improvement over the last couple of years when it comes to his shooting. You've wasted 2 years of your prime. The Nets are going to have some big decisions this year. Can they trade him? Can they move him? Who's going to take him
That's
on?
the big thing.
Yep.
Who touches him next? That's what's hard to work out.
All right, talk about polar opposites. So Josh Giddey's career is at the opposite end of the scale, James. He is flying.
He is, and OKC, the mop top Mamba. I'm loving it. Giddy up, come on. Career high. I absolutely love this the other day. So he drops, 27 and the 17 rebound game. Then backs it up with a 31-point career effort against the Charlotte Hornets. He's flying around that glorious mane of his, looking incredible with the Thunder. The cool part is, this Thunder team is right in the mix of the play-in tournament right now, and it's all because of Josh Giddey and the improvement that he's made. Because this is what we're talking about. We've got Ben Simmons on one hand, who has not improved basically over the last 3 years. The shooting has just completely disappeared. His free throw percentage is now just like an abysmal under 50%. Josh Giddey has gone from 12.5 points last year to 16.5. The three-point shot has gotten better. He's now at 33%. Get it up to 35 next year, we're laughing. Get to league average, we're cool. But seriously, the way that Giddey controls the game for this Thunder team is just a sight to behold. And just to see him out there just whipping passes around, just basically trying to take dudes' blocks off.
Yeah.
He's putting some English on these passes. It'll basically knock over Mike Gadding. It's unbelievable how good he's playing at the moment. But look, it is just a massive testament to the amount of work that Josh has put into his shot, that he's now a scoring threat on this Thunder team. You look at Ben Simmons, always great in transition, but never improved the jump shot. That's a tale of basically a bit of wasted potential in my vibe. And Giddey, he's looking awesome.
Jack, you want to touch on another Aussie back from injury and shooting the lights out?
Shout out to Joe Ingles. Slow-mo Joe is burning up for the Bucks, and just quietly he's landed on a pretty good team that are playing some pretty good basketball right now. His last month has been outstanding. You're right, Dicko. He's shooting the lights out. I think the other thing that the Bucks didn't know that they were getting when they got Joe Ingles was a secondary ball handler, which they need at the moment. So it shows his versatility. He's worked out his role and he's playing it beautifully.
He's the best bloke in the NBA and he's on the best team. How good's that? 52.5% from three for this entire month. Jingling Joe Ingles, jingle up.
You didn't disappoint, you two. 0 to 100 in the first segment. All right, that's our look at the Aussies in the NBA.
The betting brand for sports fans. That's better. Chances are you're about to lose.
James, it's now time for your favourite part of the week, and it's about to become everyone's because we have finally got will they up as a segment. So my question for you this week, can the Nets hold off the Heat and secure the last playoff spot in the East?
Can they, Jack? Yes. Will they? No. This is really, really tough for this play-in spot. Look, seriously, you got the Nets 16th in defensive rating. You got the Heat. Their defense is awesome. We know that. Top 10. Nets 12th in offensive rating. Miami 24th. They're horrible, right? But the thing is, it comes down to schedule. The Nets actually have seemingly a half-decent, easy schedule here, but this will be tighter than we think. Miami have Jimmy Butler. They've got Bam Adebayo. And it might actually still come down to literally the last day of this season, which I absolutely adore, because Brooklyn have Philly, Miami have Orlando. This could be teams that have nothing to play for or everything to play for. Philly could still be fighting. So it's going to be tighter than we think. I think Miami might even sneak in on virtue of being a division winner and winning the tiebreaker over the Nets in that regard, because we saw the Nets beat them 129-100, the biggest win the Nets have ever had against the Heat. I just don't trust this Nets offense to get over some of these teams that they have coming up, right? Because with this schedule, you have to win every game. They have to win every game to win out and actually assure this. I just don't know if they can. I think the Heat just pipped them at the post.
Gee, I'm glad we got this up as a segment. That's our look at the two-horse playoff race in the East. Play-in's just around the corner, and James, there seems to be no easing of the enormous Western Conference logjam.
This is it. If I had a crystal ball here, Jack, I'd be looking at it and it'd probably just give me the shrug emoji. It'd be like, nah, I've got no idea. What have you got? And I'd be like, okay, let's talk it out. So the Pelicans, amazing run of 5 wins the last week or so. The problem is they have a 6-game remaining schedule that is absolutely brutal. They've got Denver, the Clippers, they've got the Kings, they've got the Grizz, they've got the Knicks and the Wolves. That's chaos. Best of luck. I just don't trust the Pelicans to win out there. Look, they've got the best defense since All-Star break. They've got Brandon Spindles Ingram playing really, really well. What was he? The Western Conference Player of the Week last week. On the other side, you've got Dallas. You've got Philly, Miami, Atlanta, Sacramento, Chicago, and San Antonio. Not an easy task. And OKC. They lose that game, the game yesterday to Charlotte. That's brutal because they've got a couple of gimmies in the tough last 4. But the thing is, this is awesome. Between 4 and 11, you've basically got, 2.5 games, 3.5 games? It's going to be absolute chaos down the stretch. We saw the Lakers get to 500, Jack. You're killing me. You're absolutely killing me.
I know.
The Lakers come out of nowhere. LeBron comes back. They lose the game. Hilarious vibes, and off we go. So, look, I think the Mavs just squeak in, just on virtue of having that slightly easier schedule, and we see the Pels fall out.
What happens next in the West? Insert the shrug emoji right here. LeBron James is back for the Lakers. Can the scoring GOAT help them beat the Timberwolves this Saturday, James? That's the question.
Can he, Jack? Yes. Will he? Also, yes.
We're doing this again.
This is a chaos, awesome game, right? The Wolves have been absolutely flying of late, and the Lakers, they get LeBron back, they lose. He comes off the bench, he does the chalk toss. Can you do the chalk toss if you're coming off the bench, Jack? I don't know. I'm not entirely convinced of that one. It might get everyone. It's a working environment. People are trying to do stuff. They're getting chalk in their face. Settle down, LeBron. And then he got too small by Pat Bev. That is, you got to retire after that.
Yes.
Pat Bev's giving you the too small. It's a tough scene. But look, after you went to see the LeBron of foot doctors. Good on you, LeBron, and he's back. I'm not entirely convinced this makes them a better team. We've seen them go 14 and 15 with he and AD on the floor at the same time, but he's going to be crucial to them actually getting into this play-in tournament and actually getting over the top of whoever they do face in that 7 through 10 gamut. Thing is, the Wolves now have big Karl Anthony Towns back. He's been flying. They've been awesome. They've won 5 on the trot. You've got Ant-Man. You've got Rudy Gobert. Give me a same-game multi in this one. Anthony Davis, 15 rebounds, 15 points. LeBron, 25-plus points, 10-plus assists. And the Lakers win, and they just keep it rolling.
It's going to be very interesting. They've beaten them twice, the Wolves. Let's see if they can make it 3. And once again, James, we are on full-time Lakers watch.
The betting brand for sports fans. That's better. Chances are you're about to lose.
The race for the playoffs is heating up, and this is when our experts hit the turbocharge and explode for the big call. James, I'm going to start with you. We have a monster game between the Knicks and the Cavs. How are you calling this potential playoff preview?
I'm calling it awesome, Dicko. This is going to be unreal. Look, seriously, this is basically the 4-5 in the East, almost salted away at the moment. Cleveland can still maybe catch the Sixers at this point, but this is basically what we'll see in the first round. I can't wait. This is Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson going hammer and tongs up against Donnie Mitchell, Darius Rucker, Judy Garland, we call him. And, of course, the big men for the Cavs. This might be the key for this matchup, is the big men. You've got Jarrett Go-the-Throw Allen, and you've got Evan Mobley. But what I really, really like about this Knicks team is that they're tough. They're so tough. And this is the thing that this Cavs team doesn't quite have yet. They're very young, apart from probably Donnie Mitchell. They are sort of relying on Isaac Okoro on the wing, probably just that little bit too much. I don't know if they've got the size to slow down someone like Julius Randle, sort of just that inside-out game. It's going to be an awesome game, don't get me wrong. I expect a point guard battle. If Jalen Brunson's good to go, I'm going to see 25-plus points from him, 10-plus assists. Donnie Mitchell going for 35, because this is the one that got away for the Knicks.
Yes.
They were thinking about maybe pulling off a big trade for him over the off-season. They didn't. Now he can come back and bite him. I'm going to get the Knicks to win this one as well, with Donnie Mitchell to 35.
I'm going to have the Cavs. I just think they're one of the form teams of the competition right now, but not with any great conviction. I think the other interesting thing will be that they might get each other again come playoffs time. So whether they keep a little bit in the locker, we'll wait and see.
All right, Jack, with or without KD, can the Suns beat the Nuggets and help their playoff cause?
Yeah, I think they can. Good time to get the Nuggets right now. I think we might have mentioned this last week as well. Things haven't improved in terms of Denver's form. People are really starting to believe in KD and the Suns, and I think they're going to hit form at the right time of year, James. So I don't know what the multi looks like, but I like the Suns here.
Well, this is the thing. It's a tricky one for the Nugs because they might start resting. And you talk about we don't want to show a hand too much. This might be the Nuggets going, yeah, we don't want to show anything to this Suns team that we might see in the second round, right? Thing is, this is classic. It's the Nuggets versus the Suns. Suns in 4! Suns in 4! Go start a fight up in the stands, apparently. That's what happened last time these two played in a playoff series. I can't wait for this game. An absolute awesome rematch. I expect a big Joker game, though, if he plays. We're going to go 25-plus points, 12-plus rebounds, 11-plus assists. He crushed it earlier this week against the Embiid the Sixers because Joel ducked our man, the Joker. Didn't like that. But also Devin Booker. He's going to go hammer and tongs against Jam and Jamal Murray and this Nuggets defense. I think the Suns pull this off. KD's back this week. I think Suns have a little bit more to play for in this one. Denver will probably have that number one salted away. Let's go Phoenix.
All right, Sunday action now. And James, it looms as another play-in battle between the Clippers and the Pelicans.
Yeah, this is a great game as well because you've got the Clippers on one hand who are without Paul George, twisted his knee. They're saying 2 to 3 weeks. That's going to be 4-5. It's going to be on the long side. Don't worry about that. But this, more importantly, is play-in implications because the Pelicans have been on a bit of a tear, but they have a horribly tough run down the stretch. Clippers are one of those teams. Clippers need to seriously salt away their playoff seeding as well. Remember, only top 6 actually get a locked-in playoff spot. Those Clippers been sitting around that 5-6. They keep dropping in and out. You want to salt away the 5. But this Pelicans team just got a little something. I think this might be one of the tough games that they have remaining that they actually pull off. Give me Kawhi, 30-plus points. CJ McCollum, 25-plus points, 6-plus assists. But the Pelicans pull out the win.
I've got the Pelicans too. A little sneaky upset here. I think their home record means a lot. And let's not lose sight of the fact of how much this means to the Pelicans. It probably means more to them than what it means to the Clippers. So I'm with them as well.
All right, let's wrap it up, Jack, with the mouth-watering Mavs and Heat clash. Can the Mavs keep their dream alive?
James, this is all yours because I am not touching Dallas with your money or anyone's money right now. I don't want any part of them right now.
This is a tricky one. I mean, this is the 2006-2011 NBA Finals rematch that, I don't know, best of luck to anyone who wants to explain what's going to happen with Dallas next because, Luka is playing the saddest basketball of his career.
Yes.
He's just the saddest Slovenian you've ever seen in your life. But give me 25-plus for Luka in this one. He had 34, 12, and 7 last time they met. Kyrie, 25-plus points if he plays. You might just decide to take a bit of an RDO. And Jimmy Butler, 4 of his last 6 against Dallas. He's gone for 25-plus. I think we go there again, and I think Dallas win.
That was the big call. Those two outstanding once again. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe below and follow us on socials. We'll see you again next week.
The betting brand for sports fans. That's better. Chances are you're about to lose.